Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about backing the blue and why it is so important. I just finished a Sunday morning interview with Mr. Eddie Molina of the Blue Magazine and the Law Enforcement Today magazine, and Mr. Scott Lombardo. Now, you may know him from recent news in New York City. He recently has been targeted over painting the thin blue line on Highland Boulevard outside of the 122nd New York Police Department precinct. And the Department of Transportation wants him to remove that thin blue line, or he could face possible summons or legal action. And he is fighting it, folks, and he should fight it. And here is what we talked about today. Now, our full-length video will come out later. I believe today, Mr. Eddie Molina will put that up on YouTube. And I wanted to talk about why it is it when someone backs the blue, it's such a big controversy. But yet you can paint anything you want all over the cities against law enforcement, and that's okay. Now, in the interview, Mr. Lobato said the Black Lives Matter have a right to their voice, and that's true. They have a right to their voice, but we have a lot of people impeding their right. We have a lot of young kids and Antifa and all these people messing everything up for the Black Lives Matter to give their voice. And a lot of these kids are white now. A lot of these kids destroying buildings are white and burning up buildings. And guess what, folks? They're not there on behalf of Black Lives Matter. Let's face it. They are there to cause disruption and hate against police officers, against anybody who carries the flag, who backs the military, who backs the first responders. This is a group that needs to be wiped out. And in the interview, Mr. Scott Lombardo had talked to us about political correctness has killed us. He's been saying this for years. And all he did was paint a thin blue line in front of one precinct, and now he's under attack. Folks, he's got some attorneys. He's already mentioned that. He said we could say this. He has some attorneys. He is getting calls, bombarded by calls from attorneys who want to represent him. His case is that he is being discriminated against because the mayor of New York City has allowed the Black Lives Matter to paint the streets wherever they want without a permit. And he's not against them painting and doing their art. He's against the fact that they have no permit to do so. And when he goes and paints a thin blue line without a permit, he is attacked and has been told to remove it immediately or face the consequences. Fair is fair, he said. This is not about tit for tat. This is about being fair and allowing everyone to voice their opinion. But why is it when it comes to our first responders, our American flag, and our military, that we're not allowed? I say we because we are not allowed to point out our American flag, our thin blue line, our Second Amendment rights. And, you know, I thanked him for what he does, and we need more people to get out and speak. He said it. He hit it right on the money. He said that first responders and military can't say anything or they'll lose their job and they have to feed their families. They have to keep their mouth shut. So he is speaking for the first responders and the military, people who can't say anything for fear of being retaliated against. And this interview will come out in a Blue Magazine article and in a Law Enforcement Today article, and I think I'm going to go ahead and write an article on it as well and submit it. And I will post the video when it comes up from Mr. Eddie Molina. and post his video up, because you'll actually get to hear what Mr. Scott Lombardo has to say. Very energetic, very passionate man for the cause of backing the blue. And that's what we need more of. We need the silent majority to get up and back the blue. And we need to allow other organizations to speak their piece without rioting and without interference from other entities. Black Lives Matter has a voice that they need to get out there, and they're having trouble doing it because of these little punks that are destroying the streets and rioting, taking away everything that the Black Lives Matter is trying to send a message of. Everyone has a right to their message, but this violence and hate has to stop. Just wanted to put a short little video out there. I don't want to take much of your time. I want to get the original video out there for all of you to see. Thank you for watching Gary York, True Prison Story.